Okay, so here's another Longview video for you. I can't do it any other way, but just take a look at this. I guess I could just edit the video. Whatever. Nah, I think too much. All right, so you take a good look at this idol right here. It looks beautiful, right? Now let me break it down for you. What you're looking at is a confirmation that Gabrielle never actually recreated humans. That the people showed up here in a small populace from the kingdom of the black sun, and then they were repopulated. And the souls that filled up the multiplying populace were the blue people before. And then that's how the people were converted into people. It just makes total sense when I see this and I see all the confirmations that line themselves up like ducks in a row. Let's just take a look at this and piece it together. The people are supposed to buy this, and the people don't realize is that if it doesn't have the woman on it, it's an androgynous man. We already know who that is. So, all right. So if it doesn't have the woman on it, it's a deception. Even though this is telling you to get to the center by the compass, the actual, the guidance, steering of a ship in the spiral in the center tells you to go to the center. But they're also telling you that on the opposite sides of it, now look at the top here. Let's start there. There's a bird man, okay, with two fish in his mouth. All right. So the two fish in his mouth are two fish of two realms. Okay. One on the opposite side of this spiraling thing is coming from one era of a plane, and another one is coming from another plane. You're actually looking at the surface of a flat plane when you're looking at these diagrams. So the surface of the flat plane on the opposite side of where it spirals, there are people on both sides. There are the fishes of the goddess of mercy, which is the giant woman, again, who doesn't have a name. They give her whatever names they can to get people to see that there's something going on. Now, the first thing also, the other things, not the first thing, but you're going to notice that there are satanic prayer beads going into the fish's mouths where it's going up at the top. Those are black beads. Those are satanic prayer beads. If you don't know about that, look at the judges that you see in the courts. They're all sitting 3 tiers high with the black robes of Saturn on. And these beads represents the Baal. And you see that golden bead. So it's all like, it's like a golden idol in the shape of a ball because people believe that the sun is a ball and it's not. So those are all satanic perversions and idol worship. And then, so when you see that and you see the two fishes going into the bird's mouth, they're being fed satanic beliefs, which is showing the prayer beads going into the fish's mouth. And they're coming from 2 different directions into a birdman's mouth or an animal hybrid. So there you have it. So if you wear this and they're selling it to you cheap, let's check it out. Let me first talk about this material. It is a sterling silver, copper, natural turquoise, natural southern, red Buddha, electroplated 24 karat gold. And after seeing the price, someone will say, man, that's way too cheap. But then I'll say it's because it's the origin of the materials. Get out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Gold is gold. When people have the ability to sell it for what it's worth, they always do. But if they really need you to be excited about wearing a talisman and an idol that subjects you to some kind of custodial position under them, then this would be it. And it would be so enticing and so beautiful and plated with gold and all of this stuff and all of these things. And you need to go get it now because it's so cheap. I wonder how cheap it is. But I really don't really need to know because it can't be something reasonably cheap without drawing reasonable suspicion, right? Look at that. They want you to say, hey, there's no woman in the factor. It's just the man and the son, right? It's the father and the son. Come on now. And they do it to all religions. So that's why you see the cube of Satan in every religion too. It's because all the religions it's all darkness and it's all worship, which is hallowed be its name, worshipping, and hallowed be its name, Gad. Makes a lot of sense. Love is evil for cannibalism. The eye that was an evil represents the human. So hallowed be its name. So you can't even see that it's evil for consumption of humans. It's very interestingly perplexing. But it is it anything that you guys understood? Did you know that you were going to be eaten because you were wearing this thing around your neck? Nah, you didn't know that, huh? Void. Now look at all this hard work gone to waste. If you were supposed to get this, and this was some attempt to break the spell on your master's flesh, it ain't gonna happen because this shit is void. You understand? These people can't even look up high and cognitively collect that they're being fed satanic rituals by prayer reeds, going into two fishes' mouth from two realms to know that they were kidnapped from the kingdom of the black sun to be eaten and riveted when the recycling of souls happened in the fertile recreational multiplication of black sun people, which were Caucasian, African American, all the ones that you see now. If you don't believe me, look into Seraphiland. Look at Michael Jackson and Seraphiland paintings. Look at all that stuff. You'll see that every race was there. And I guess I was a little deceived to think that maybe the Smurfs went straight to this biblical thing where this dude would just take so much time to recreate a being from a rib and to replicate the divine feminine, when actually that only gives him credit for doing some hard work that he probably didn't even do. And what is easier? Is it easier to tear the trees down and to jump into the kingdom of the black sun and go and look around at prospects? I think so. I think that's much easier. Then when you realize diagrams that are in your surroundings that tell you that the octagon goes above the plane and below the plane. So the cube of Satan dumbed everybody down. If you look at Seraphiland videos, you will see that they call that place a ship of fools, just like this place. They don't even speak down there. That place is so ignorant, they will throw you in jail if you're smart. It's like idiocracy down there. It's real bad. If you're smart, they treat you like you're fucking Owen Wilson's brother. They treat you like you, what do you mean, not sure? Get out of here. Then you sound faggy because you sound smart. That's what they're like down there. So you don't want to jump in the holy hole because they're idiots down there. If you get the ability to levitate and fly, you'll be able to fly right back out of there because you ain't going to want to stay. Yeah, I know about a lot of this stuff, but there's nothing that the sun doesn't tell me these days. There's nothing that I can't equate from observation from the glue that is the in-between that the sun provides that gives me full understanding and observation. And I urge all of you that if you don't believe in me, it doesn't matter. I could be full of shit. Go stare into the sun. If you have something to say about this and say, no, the Bible, but the Bible was written by Baal. Do you want to hear Mr. Cheeks tell you? Go stare into the sun and see the angel of light that I call Mr. Cheeks because I don't worship him as God. You understand? I don't do none of this shit. I don't participate with this bullshit. Nope. And I don't think you should either. Even if it looks exciting, enticing, and if it's really cheap. This is Grim Nasty. And as always, when you get awake, stay awake.